Hello, John.
Hello, Curto. How's it going on this Sunday evening?
It's going great because Skype loves it when it's just us two.
I
And it's
like that
just,
I'm more in
yeah,
focus. Like a little bit of the power from Skype can actually get to me and my image. Me.
don't, don't understand why Skype is like, oh, 3 people? We're going to make a whole bunch of problems. 2 people? Wonderful. I have to figure out Zoom. I'll just add that to my list. And you know what else I'm going to add to the list, John?
What?
telling people that no matter where they watch these shows, make sure that they follow, like, and subscribe. It is a great way to help support our shows. You guys hitting that thumbs up in YouTube, leaving a comment, sharing shows like The Frenchie Show, all of those things. So kind of you. And let people know. Share it to let them know we're live now, or share it later. If you think someone might like it, put it in a Facebook group, or
Yeah,
whatever. Just do that. Even with with our past
do
shows,
it.
we've had such great guests. Of course, if you have any questions during the shows, you can leave them in the chat or tweet us them at hashtag YRR We'll read them during the show. And I'm kind of glad. I feel like we have just had John, like Caitlin and Karen and Tara and Frenchie, and it's just been like nonstop. All of these guests, I was like, can we just have a John and I show for a Sunday? Even the Lord rests one day.
I kind of like this. Is kind of nice. It's very cozy and intimate. So
It
yeah,
is.
I was earlier. I was thinking, oh God, what guest was it? And I was looking through your timeline and my timeline. I'm like, I don't think we have a guest. It's gonna be just you and me
It
and my
is.
big martini. Because as Claire said in this episode, she needed
Yeah.
one, and so do I.
Yay, I'm so glad for your martini. Like it's like a Brittini, but a Mar version.
Well, it's got a spillless rim glass, so I can't spill it. I got my olives. I got my straw. This is for like the klutzy people martini glass.
Oh, I thought that was like an over 50 glass. Don't you
Well,
start
it
getting the don't you start getting the
could.
shakes when you get over 50?
Not
I
yet.
I still have a normal glass that I can drink from without spilling.
Oh gosh, those must be fun to wash. Um,
I have a dishwasher. Yeah. So, John, I do have a confession to make.
what?
I was so focused on Christine, the person who took Claire's spot. I mean, the person who Claire took her spot with the shaved head, Christine from preseason.
Yes.
She got
Okay.
COVID.
Yes. I remember.
I've been I've been so focused on her and Travis for Wednesday and Thursday. I
Yeah.
kind of forgot all about the fact that there was a Sunday show. So that's the real reason we don't have a guest today. So focused on Wednesday and Thursday, I just all of a sudden yesterday in the middle of the afternoon went, "Oh, there's a show tomorrow. There's a show tomorrow." Well,
I
it'll
have
just be
to
John and I.
mark my calendar, and it reminds me kind of a day ahead of time because I sometimes kind of forget too. But yeah, but it's there. I watch the episode, and lots of
Well,
stuff
you
happening.
know, it is. I cannot wait to talk about tonight's episode. Of course, I want to thank everyone for sharing and coming to the our special episode that we had on Friday, the fan Q&A with Frenchie.
How fun was that?
It was very fun. People really seemed to like it. Not everybody. There, not everybody, but
Yeah,
a lot of people liked it. But that's why I say, we do these shows for all of you. So if there's a guest that you guys want on or someone that you want to
yeah,
see join us on this show, tweet at us. Let us know. Tweet us, tag the person you want to join us, and we'll work on getting people. I want to get the people on that you guys want to join us and talk big
yeah.
Brother with us. So let us know over on the social medias who you want to join us.
Yeah, and like no death threat dislikes, right?
Mm, mm,
No punches in the face,
mm.
beat you up.
A little bit.
You
But I
love
laugh
it.
at
Wow.
those. I love those. Those are my favorite. It's so great because, like how my mom obviously, some people know has dementia, she doesn't remember things. So I don't want to share those things with other people in my real life, but I can share it with my mom. And I'll be like, look, mom, this person on Twitter just said I'm fat, ugly, and bald. That's where I wear a hat and I should die. And then my mom will be like, that's really sad. And then she goes, what's on that piece of paper you're holding? So it's like I got it out and I told someone, and then they forget. So it works out great.
It does work out. I saw on America's Got Talent this one girl, young girl, was singing, and she wrote a whole song about all the negative comments and tweets that she got, and it was hilarious.
I love it. They really
So
make me laugh.
if
They warm
if
my
that
heart.
yeah, if that's all you can give, fine. But you know
We'll
what?
take it.
We're praying for you though. Get out of the house, get some fresh air.
A little bit, a little
A
bit,
little
a little
bit,
bit.
just a tiny little bit.
So let's talk about tonight's Survivor, tonight's Big Brother. Because
Were you?
Christian moments ago, I got a doot live feed breaking news for you.
Oh,
Literally, as we were preparing to go live, Christian on the live feed said, like 3 years ago, he made it all the way to the last round of casting for Survivor, and that Jeff Probst personally said, you're not a good fit for this show, so you're not going to be on. So Christian is saying that Jeff Probst doesn't like him on the live feeds right now, and that's why he didn't make Survivor. That's why I have Survivor on the brain at the moment.
I didn't know Jeff even had any input, to be honest. He's the
Jeff?
host.
No, he's the Grodner of Survivor.
Oh, because
Yeah, he's like
we don't see
executive
Grodner
producer.
on this show.
No,
We
well,
only
no.
hear of her in the background, but I didn't know the host had. It'd be like Julie Chen picking the cast.
No, no, she does.
Yeah.
Julie does not have a say. But no, Jeff is executive producer and all
Wow.
of those
Okay.
things. So yeah, it's his decision. Yeah,
Good to know. And when we cover it, we can talk about it more.
we can, because now I would love to talk about
Big Brother.
Big Brother and my boyfriend Christian, who is HOH stupidly or not stupidly. This is the debate,
No.
John. This is the debate. Is it stupid that Christian won yet another thing?
No, I don't think it's stupid. Somebody has to win. I think it's interesting that he's HOH. You always want to see who they're going to talk to. Are they going to talk to their team? Are they going to include their alliances? Is it just you and your showman? So I think we got to see that tonight, and that's what I want to see. Just how open is your HOH? We've seen other HOHs like the All-Star season last time where Memphis didn't talk to anybody. He just did his nominations and that was it, type of thing. So I liked the conversations. I liked even the jokers being brought in kind of at the last minute to discuss the nominations. So yeah, it was just a big old party in the HOH room.
I see David Thielen in chat saying it's never stupid to win, and Denise saying, did he really win HOH or did Alyssa?
He won HOH. He was the last one up there building that surfboard. Hi, David.
Now, everybody wants to know why you're calling Xavier Memphis. You said Memphis was HOH last week.
No, I said in the All-Star season, the last one, when Memphis was
Oh,
HOH, he did not talk to anybody. He just made his nominations,
got
remember?
it.
And I
Right,
said, I
right,
like
right.
that Christian. You want to see those conversations like Christian had. Christian brought in everybody in the HOH conversation as far as who to nominate, right? I mean, of course, Alyssa's going to be in his ear the most, but,
Yeah.
you always want to see. I mean, Xavier, had scheduled interviews basically in alphabetical order. So,
Mm-hmm.
everybody does it differently. but I like to see how open they're going to be with it and who they're bringing in, right? So I think we got to see that this episode. I'll
Yeah.
repeat that again.
No, but my question for you,
Oh,
because
yes.
this is what people are, we saw them debating it on the live feeds. Is it bad? Is this putting a target on Christian's back? Yet another comp win. We heard it in the episode tonight. You've won an
Of
HOH, a
course.
wild card, a POV. I kind of am of the mindset of, well, you're already the target, so it doesn't matter anymore.
Exactly. I mean, Brent really didn't win anything, and he was such a target. You know what I mean? But he
Mm-hmm.
was a meathead target. So, that didn't really play out. I think not only Christian winning puts a target on his back, it puts a target on the Kings. They're the only team now that has 4 members. So, I think
Mm-hmm.
anybody who wins next week, they're definitely going to go after the Kings, right?
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I loved
There's twins.
how they were kind of poking fun at Big Brother tradition with the we're in the storage room and we're jumping, let's jump and jump, because it's always the cut to the shot of the people freaking out in the storage room, and I love when he shooed Kylan away and was like, get out of here, queen. This is our time to jump around and scream in the storage room. So I thought it was funny. And yeah, I
Very
agree.
funny.
Look, Christian they glossed over it very quickly in the episode, but Christian and Alyssa probably would have been on the block if Christian did not win this week.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think it's easy to, target the showmans. That's an easy one, right? All you can, it's basically, two people and you know the way that they're going to vote. So they would have definitely been an easy target and less blood on their hands if someone targeted them. Yeah,
Well, yeah.
for their game, it was definitely smart for them to win this week.
I agree. They needed it. They very, very, very much needed it. And, I needed to see all of the extra bonus live feed footage of them, in the HOH room, mounting each
Yeah.
other,
That was, yeah. Yummy.
talking about,
Mm. Just making out.
body, body.
Yeah.
Oh, they talked a lot more about making out. They talked about manscaping, or Christian's lack thereof, because he's not allowed to have a trimmer in the house. And then I just wanted to vomit.
At his parents, or in the Big Brother house.
Well, probably at his parents too. He looks like a he shouldn't run with sharp scissors type of person, if you know what I mean.
No, I don't think he even does his own laundry. So why would he manscape? you know?
No. Okay, so where do you want to start, John?
Oh, well, we have to start at the beginning, right, of the episode. So
Yeah.
we see Brittany being super excited. Hey guys, I'm safe for another week.
Does that annoy you?
Oh, yawn. Yes, you knew that you were the pawn. She's just kind of in her own world, which, okay, this today was exciting to see that, and I'm glad she's excited to stay, and I'm glad that she stayed, but, she just, her way of just really not kind of understanding exactly where everything is as far as the game,
Social cues.
social cues. Yeah,
Yeah.
can be a little
Yeah.
frustrating.
It's
We
like she
saw,
might have a
yeah,
disability or something.
yeah. We
Yeah.
saw Big D was upset that he didn't win the HOH. She's not really winning anything.
Uh-huh.
Azza, we see her say, gosh, you know what? I'm a little concerned now because I don't really have any game talk with Christian. She can be a possible target. So, yeah, I love seeing all of that stuff.
I agree. I feel like the edit is kind of trolling. Like, I feel the editors very much know what social media thinks of the players, and I always feel like the edit
Yes.
kind of skews to that, because we don't normally see the non-evicted house guest cheering and so happy to be there and unpacking their bags. I really feel like production is like, oh, do you guys think that Britney's annoying? Here's the scene for you.
Here's my suitcase. Yeah,
Bye, suitcase.
bye suitcase. You know what I was waiting for at the beginning of this episode was, our whole thing that we talked about on our Thursday show about Brent knowing or not, kind
Hmm.
of being truly blindsided by it. I was hoping for those big explosive moments, maybe when they tell him.
Hmm.
We didn't see that, so I'm
No,
assuming it didn't happen. And he
didn't.
truly was blindsided. What do you think? Was it a true blindside?
Yes, it was a true blindside. I know
And
that, you know, what?
and so the way he reacted didn't seem like it. He didn't seem surprised.
And I do not believe that he was told. I want to have Brent on this week, and we're gonna ask Brent if he was told.
Yay!
Maybe he'll be our Friday surprise guest.
Oh, I like that. No, that would be
But
fun.
But yeah, he was not told. I don't know why people keep saying he was told. If anyone has a clip of Brent being told, feel free to tweet it to me. You won't find it because he wasn't told.
I think people
Uh,
should act it out and make one up and send it to us.
no. Mm-mm.
No,
No, because then we have to be
maybe
like, we
I'll do.
love this, and then they'll be like, why didn't you show the clip on the show? And then I have to stand here and pretend like it's exciting. It's hard enough to do that when we have guests.
Alrighty. So I'd say your enthusiasm meter today is about
There.
4.
Right. Big D.
Big D.
No, just in general, I was saying
Just
Big D.
big. Oh, just big. Big D. Big
I
dick.
was just
Big D.
saying in general, Big D. No, I was saying Courtney in chat said Big D told him he didn't have the votes, but Brent didn't believe him. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Well,
Sorry.
there you go. Yeah, I don't know. Definitely. I would love Brent to be on, and let's
Yeah,
ask him, and or just. I'm just curious to get his side.
I do. I want to
What
hear
he,
his. I mean,
I do too.
He's been on social media.
He's back.
Yeah, I mean, he came back to kind of be Brent. I don't know if you've heard the latest from the live feeds that with Whitney, she referred, because, you know, we saw in tonight's edit that Whitney is a little bit of, you know, she likes to flirt and flaunt her stuff, and she likes to flirt with the guys. So apparently she called Derek X's penis in egg roll on the live feeds, which was obviously very offensive. And Brent took to Twitter or social media, I forget if it was Twitter or Instagram, but he took to it to say, wow, so she can do this and I'm the one that gets canceled. So Brent being very Brent on the social medias already.
Wow. But I mean, especially, hearing Derek X talk tonight a little bit about his story, a little bit about, the kind of the culture clash between
Yeah.
his Chinese parents and growing up with that versus more Western, culture that we, live in and stuff. Ozza could identify with it. Wasn't Whitney sitting there too? Yes, she was the one saying, "Oh my gosh, you're just so as white as she can be. You are just so wonderful with all her white privilege." And then called it an egg roll. Said Sandy Hook was not real.
Mm.
Is it Sandy Hook? Yeah.
Yeah, she's the one that said Sandy Hook isn't real, and now she's making egg roll comments.
Jokes.
Here's yeah, here's the thing. Um, I really relate. Like, I have never related to something more. And we're not really going to get into this, but I do have a question for you. But I really understood Derek when he said, like, of course I love my parents. Like, they're my parents.
Right.
but we're not close. That is always how I felt growing up. Like, they're my parents. I love them. I bet you right now, to this day, my parents at no point in the 40 years of my life could probably tell you 3 things I do in a day.
Could your
Like,
parents, let's play a little game. Could your
yeah,
parents guess your favorite color?
no.
Do your parents know your address?
Yeah, well,
Okay.
my dad, my mom doesn't really know anything these days. Should remember when I told her.
Do, do your parents know when your birthday is?
Don't know, because I haven't gotten a card in like 5 years.
Why am I laughing? It's
Honestly,
awful.
this past Christmas, I got Christmas gifts from the previous 3 Christmases. It's
Because they
okay, I'll
found that
rearrange my whole life to take care of yous.
it's like that Christmas Vacation where he finds it in the attic and stuff. Did they find the presents maybe laying around the house? Went, oh, we forgot to give
I
this to
guess, I don't know.
our son
Again, we
Eric.
don't talk.
I would say you're not close.
No, it's funny because we talk, it's just not like, I don't know how to explain it. So when I heard Derek say that,
Yeah,
it really resonated with me because, like, obviously I talk to my parents every day, all time, taking care of them, but it's my whole life. It's never been anything personal. It's never like a close relationship. It's like, how's the weather? That food looks delicious. Boy, the house is clean. So it's weird. Like, I really related to Derek, and I also related to it as, being a gay person in a
yeah.
sense
Mhm.
too. Like, just I just related to it in that aspect of, it's very obvious when you're the different one in the group of people.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I have the opposite problem as you. Like, my mother, how involved she is. Hi, Mom. She's
Yeah,
watching now.
thanks for trolling Frenchie in the chat
Totally,
with Frenchie's mom
totally.
there.
Why did I ever teach her social media?
I don't know.
Yeah, no, that was funny. But I have the opposite. I'll just get random things mailed to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm truly blessed. Truly blessed.
Truly blessed. I'm sorry. Oh, okay, sorry. I'm sorry. I just read your text. Stop talking about my mother. Okay, got it.
You um yeah, so I want to take a
Yeah.
poll in the chat room
Mm-hmm.
on Whitney's top, right? With the
Yes, we
buckle.
should. We should.
We should. So we saw all the girls. Whitney was asking them, would you wear this to the gym? Would you wear this? Who would wear this to the gym? I didn't even know it was a sports top with that buckle.
Well, I don't understand the way bras work in general. I see Cameron says, no, we would not wear it to the gym. Molly, no. Annie, no. Miss Van Cougar, no. Zom, not. Golden Hermit, no, no. Lex, Nix, Becca, no, no. Destiny, no. Raven, no. Dotson, no.
Yeah,
Sparkly, I know. I mean, everyone. There's too many
everyone.
people. Only Eric C. fan says, yes, I would. So,
And I probably would too if I was single.
I mean, there ain't no shame in the game.
There's no shame. I just think, you could get the wrong attention at the gym. I wouldn't want her to be doing a plank and then fall on that buckle, right? Like, it just seems like I don't know why a buckle would be on a sports top. That's
Here's the thing. Whitney is just the product of her environment, bless her heart.
true. Bless her sweet little heart,
All
Whitney.
Whitney all Whitney needs to do is go spend 1 week in a city like New York City where she would walk out into public wearing that, and she would probably be harassed so much that she would realize that maybe it's not appropriate wear
But
for, I mean, it is appropriate wear. You should not be harassed for anything that you wear, but you know what I'm saying.
right, but if she was in Staten Island, I mean, would that be a different story?
I don't know. I don't know about
I don't know.
Staten Island.
Or Jersey. I mean, I could see some
Ugh,
of the Jersey
that's
gals.
well, it's too clean to be a Jersey person's outfit.
Like to be dirty by the end of the day. You never
Could
know.
be,
Could be. All
could
right. So
be.
I'm dying to talk about the wild card comp.
Let's do
What?
it. I
Since my drink.
I love Ozza so much. Ozza is
Okay.
honestly my favorite person. You know, again, for those people that watch the live feeds,
Oh my
we know that
gosh.
I
I
just
s-
will. What?
sorry. No.
I just.
Maybe I'm getting
I,
buzzed.
I will just
I have so
say
much to
we know that Oz is not really gaming that well at the moment, and I need her to get it together because I need
we all
Ozza to go far in this game because literally she is such a moment of joy in my life when she is doing anything.
So listen, when I'm in my office, I have my TV on, I have the live feeds on. It's just playing. I have it just playing, right? If I'm in
Right?
here doing stuff, work, all that stuff. I caught her talking to Derek X today in the kitchen,
Hmm.
and her memory of past season Big
Yep.
Brother, it was incredible. So then I got so distracted by her that I actually I had my computer and I went online. I was fact checking her, and she was right. A few things I fact checked, she was right. I couldn't believe the knowledge of that. But then I'm not really seeing, like, she's an encyclopedia for Big Brother, but I'm not
Yeah.
seeing a whole bunch in the house from her that I want to see, right? I wanted to
That
see a little more in the wild card comp, trying to move that olive with her mind. Like, I know that's a gift because it's a gift. That's
it,
was
it
hilarious. Yeah.
it was probably one of my favorite moments. That, and again, one of my favorite things that she does, like when she starts like getting like fired up and feisty when she's talking, she loves to throw out a bruh. And it's just so funny to
Yeah.
watch her be like, "Come on, bruh." And I'm just like, I just love it. I just love her so much. But yeah, she is filled with Big Brother knowledge, which is why I'm surprised she's not better at this game. But I think it is also because she lets her morals guide her a lot.
Exactly what's
Uh,
happening.
a lot of things she does, she is very much like, I have to pray about this. I have to pray about this. I have to pray about this. God's not watching Big Brother. And I don't know why you keep bothering him. There's the Delta variant. No one's even talking about Lambda. And then you're all like, I gotta pray over what to do in this game. Give God a break.
He's got a
It's a
to-do list and there's an
little busy.
order, okay? And you're not at the top of the order right
It's a
now.
little busy, but yeah, I mean, she
Love
wants
this.
to play a moral game, and I am surprised as such a big fan that that's the route she wants to go down. But I do love her.
Well, I love her too. I mean, she's
Mhm.
gorgeous and everything. But here's the thing, when people are lying and being a little backstabby or whatever, they get attacked on social media, right? Why are you? Is there something in my hair?
Literally thought you were gonna say, when people are lying and being little bitches.
Being little bitches? Yeah. In the house, everybody's like, "Oh my god, I can't believe she said that. Oh, I can't believe she did that." And oh, she backstabbed her line. But then anybody who says, "You know what? There hasn't really been a player that didn't make jury to say, "You know what? Hey guys, I might have been voted out, the second one voted out, but I didn't lie or steal or do anything to anybody." Nobody wants to hear that. So I get
Correct.
confused by people's response on social media. It's like, let's see you play
You
the game. Come on.
What's very easy. You just got to go with what's the most popular. My favorite is watching how, like, some of the bigger, like, Big Brother personalities on social media, like, totally pander to what they know social
Yeah.
media likes when we know you would never really be cheering on this person ever. You're just doing it for the likes because you know it's the bot. Like, I just sit there and laugh and like, fake, fake, fake. Can't wait till I write a book one day and put out all the stuff I have on all you people. Soon as reality
Oh
recaps
my
is
gosh.
over.
Oh my God. Brad,
Because you're all fake as shit.
oh, right behind the scenes.
hmm
Memoir. Oh, yeah.
Um, But yeah, I would love to see Ozzy go far in the game. I would just love to, but like I
No,
don't
me
I don't
too.
know that she's
And
going to,
but
honestly.
I think right now, I mean, she's not on anybody's radar, which is smart, right? Hannah wasn't really either until we're seeing this episode. Oz is really not. Claire really hasn't been either. She's in some good alliances. Ozza is not, but she's still not on the radar. My fear is when she starts to get on the radar, she's going to be reacting emotionally. So it goes from morals and I don't want to do this to now I'm over
hmm
emotional. You know what I mean? And I don't want that to be her downfall with this. I want her to
Right.
snap out of it, remember some inspirational quote from a past season, and go for it type of thing, right?
What
Then
inspirational quote would you give Ozzy
I
right now?
don't know.
Would you be like the hang in there cat?
Hang in
Hang
there,
in
kitty.
there.
Hang in there, kitty.
Just hang in there.
Right now, that would be my quote. But and I'm going to find a quote from a Big Brother person and have that ready. But seriously, no, that's what makes me nervous with Ozza. That once the numbers start dwindling down, she's going to have to play. She's going to have to show her cards. Is her
Yeah.
cards going to be all emotion? And that scares me.
Right. We need her to be a little strategic.
Mm-hmm.
Don't disturb don't
Yeah.
disturb my sanctuary. That could be another quote.
Don't remove my bookmarker from the Bible. I don't know.
Right. There's a
But
lot that she
something,
has.
right?
There's a
I don't
lot
want
that
to.
she has.
I don't want to fold the corner. It's the Bible. We don't want to damage the
Right.
book.
No. I think it's their own. I think what if it's the Bible, you're allowed to.
Oh, I just
Oh
thought it was
no,
like a
no. There's a
hotel.
house one.
Yeah,
I take it back. There is a house one.
yeah,
There is a house
like
one.
a
There's a house
hotel where
one.
you just find it in
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So wild card comp, you were saying.
Wildcard comp, yeah. So Claire has to play. She's the only one left on her team. Same with Whitney. Ozza played because Big D says you're going to have a better chance to win than with me. I don't know.
Mhm.
After we've seen it, I don't know. What do
I
we think?
mean,
What do we think, the folks who's watching? Type in the comments. Do you think Big D would have been better at this than Ozza was? Maybe get two balls going at any time?
look, I love Big D. He is
Love me some Big D.
comic relief, clearly. And I think that is his role this season to be comic
Yeah.
relief
And
because
we need it.
God, I just love. There should be a drinking game. How many times Big D says he's gonna go off or lose his mind if somebody comes at him and then he does nothing? That could be a
Right?
great drinking game.
And did the fan break? I haven't seen the fan in a while. Is the fan
I
broken?
No, I don't think the fan is broken. I don't
Yeah,
I don't
just
think the fan is broken. But I mean, Claire, like again, from what they didn't show in this edit, they needed Claire to win. This plan was always in place from the beginning.
yeah.
They knew Claire was winning. Kylan went to Claire and was like, I don't mean to put any pressure on you, but all the pressure is on you. If you lose this wild card comp,
To
we're
Whitney.
all in to Whitney, or really even to Ozza, we can all then be in
Yeah.
danger.
Yeah.
So you must win this wild card comp, and she did.
She won it. And what a freaking prize this was. Holy crap. To keep yourself and your team
Yeah.
safe for 2 weeks or 1 week?
Two, well, because as
Yeah.
I said, Tiffany stupidly said her cookout plan out loud.
And so the other thing was, or keep just herself safe until jury. Holy mother of God. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what was Tiffany's again last week? Just so that I remember. Remember on Thursday night show, Julie went out of her way again to let us know how amazing the wild card prize was going to
Going to
be
be. Yeah.
the week that Tiffany won it.
Hmm.
And then Tiffany won it, and it was stupid, and now I'm blanking on what it is. It was
On what
something like you are safe, or what was it? I forget what it was. Whatever. It
her
doesn't,
and her team are either safe or
because now I'm so
because
stuck on what Claire's is.
because she knew, and then she chose not to be safe at all, right?
She chose not to do it because she knew. Oh, one from each team. Right,
One
right,
from
right.
each team. That's
So
right.
Tiffany
Let me look
won
at my
it,
notes
and
so I can.
it was the one person from each team was safe. Right.
Right.
So in other words, you're not getting safety for your team, and we're spreading it out. And they knew she wasn't going to take it because they couldn't afford to give her safety. Then this week, Claire wins after the cookout plan comes to be, which explains how they could all stick together and get to the final six, so long as people outside of it go in the next 3 weeks. And all of a sudden, Claire gets offered 2 weeks of safety. So, boom,
No,
now we can
no, but
take
now
her
what?
off the book.
5 weeks till jury, so now she's safe for like 5 weeks, 4 or 5 weeks, right?
No, jury is in 2 weeks.
Oh, is
So she
it?
is safe for, yeah, it
Well,
will,
then why
yeah.
didn't she just keep her team safe for 2 weeks?
No, it was keep her team safe for 1 week
Ah,
or her for 2 weeks. And of course, she's not even talking to them. She's just taking the safety for solely herself for 2 weeks.
yeah.
Here is my point. And by the way, I want to be very clear about this. I am not saying that they are doing it because they're actively working against the cookout because the cookout is made up of people of color. I am saying they always implement the twist to go against the majority alliance to stop a steamroll. It has nothing to do with who is in the cookout. It's
No, it
just
has nothing to do with color or
no, no, no.
gender or anything, is what you're saying, right? As far as
That's what I'm
that
saying,
this,
and
like,
people are like, I don't get it. I'm like, let me make it clear for you. The show makes money by ads, and ads make money by the amount of people that tune in. And any season, when there is a steamroll, people stop tuning in. So, hence why I said, get ready for Big Brother and production to start implementing twists to knock out the cookout, because they are not going to want it. They're not going to want to watch they're not going to want to steamroll in my opinion. I think they'll still make it. I think we'll still get 4 of them there probably, but I
yeah.
think all of the twists now we will see favoriting,
Well, we've got
whatever the majority is.
the royal flush is bigger than the
But
cookout,
they're not in control.
right?
And I would also
Even though
make the argument,
Christian is in the royal flush and not the
yeah,
cookout, and he's the HOH. Okay.
100%. And I would say it's also why we haven't seen Tiffany's plan on the show yet either. Because they know if they show that, it is a very clear, oh, this is just math. They will make it to the end. And
Hmm.
some viewers will, not us, not live feed watchers, but viewers, casuals, a lot of them could have the response of, oh, then we don't need to watch. We'll tune back in when it's at 6. Oh, they got it. We'll just tune back in at 6. So they're not going to make that part of the edit. I just find it funny that people haven't figured out the way this show works yet. So
Guess I haven't either.
get ready for a
I
lot
just,
more twists to go against.
I just try to be surprised and enjoy myself.
Well, where I'm here to tell you what's going to really happen.
Well, I think that not only do the negative people who respond need a breath of fresh
Yes.
air and go outside, maybe
Hmm.
you do too.
A little,
Maybe
just a little bit.
just a little bit. Go out and see, get some air, see the birds.
I mean, I would think of all people, you know not to bet against me, but apparently still haven't learned.
I don't know how much. I
So
don't even know if I have anything to bet against anymore.
I'll just let you all think that you're all right, and then you can watch me be right again.
Some of us just like to enjoy the ride. You know what I mean? Like,
I know
okay,
we're riding! We're
we know where
still
the roller
riding.
coaster's gonna go, but let's just enjoy the moment we're in.
No, I don't. My point is, I don't think we know where the roller coaster is going. I think we're going to get twists
I
to
know,
rock us off the roller coaster,
right? And we're
as
glad that
per
you
Claire
have,
Safety.
that knowledge to really dissect it for us.
Thank you.
We appreciate it so much.
Right. Because there is a lot more time to fill, so go ahead.
So when I was talking earlier about, Christian kind of brought everyone into the conversation. So he had the Kings talking about who
Uh-huh.
he was going to nominate. We saw the Royal Flush in there. And then you see Derek X in there when, the two people being targeted are just the rest of his team, basically, right? But, he's doing what's best for his game. Good for you. And then I was shocked to see, the Joker's in there too. And Big D throwing poor Whitney under the bus.
Well, he
She
doesn't.
came up to us. Your name was in her mouth. You know.
Big D and Whitney have not been getting along for a while. As we'll probably see maybe in the next episode, Whitney and Hannah, oh no, actually it wasn't Whitney, it was Hannah, I believe, told Christian and Alyssa that Big D was saying he wanted them out and that they have too much power and that the Kings have too much power and that
I
Christian
know.
and Alyssa need to get out. But Big D and Whitney have not been getting along for a while.
They haven't too, and I understand the fact that you're gonna, if you hear, I mean, if I was in the HOH room and anybody's slight name came up, I'd be like, oh yeah, that's what they did. They said that anything to push it away from him, right, to Big D. And like even Asa said, she's just like, you know what? Anytime we can deflect, we're gonna just deflect.
Yeah.
As far as Whitney. So we've got the Aces and the Jokers wanting Whitney. We've got the King. The Queens want Whitney too, right? Yeah.
Yeah, everybody
Yeah.
wants Whitney.
Everybody wants
Well,
Whitney
except Sarah Beth.
except Sarah Beth, who
And
is dead on with Hannah. I mean, I love Hannah. I'm such a huge Hannah fan, but I'm also becoming a huge Sarah Beth fan because you know what? She's watching the house. Hannah's not doing a whole lot, She's doing social things and la 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 la, but not a whole lot of game stuff. At least not in Sarah Beth's radar. But Sarah Beth's catching up on that. That forensic scientist. She's right in there, dissecting. She's got Hannah in a little petri dish.
I mean,
slowly just stirring it around.
I mean, I have several thoughts on this. One, I wouldn't say Hannah's not doing a lot. She has a great social game.
Yeah.
She has the cookout, although I think some of the members of the cookout disregard her as a member of the cookout sometimes.
She's an unofficial member.
She is an official member, but some of them
not according to Big Brother Junkie.
Yeah, well, exactly. But yeah, so I think Hannah has a much better social game. But what bothers me is because people love Hannah so much, they seem to now be turning to hating Sarah Beth. There's no reason to hate Sarah Beth for being correct in what she wants to do in the game. She's not talking about Hannah personally. She's not saying, I think she's ugly or I don't. She's literally stating the facts of, she's a threat to my game because she's so good at this game and she's trying to get a good player out. I just think it's ridiculous when I watch Twitter turn on someone because they're going against their favorite.
I mean.
Yeah.
That's what I mean about this morals thing and not, it's so stupid because at the end of the day, you're never going to have a winner at this game saying, I didn't lie, didn't cheat,
Right.
manipulate and doing. That's the
Yeah.
game. Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I have been seeing a side of Sarah Beth. Like, I used to think Sarah Beth was just like, oh,
But the
which is
way
very
we, yeah, the way we did it
triggering.
in our cast assessment.
Yes, she's always been very triggering to me, but I've still loved her. But I would say in the past week, I've been seeing like a more, um,
She scares me.
uh,
She
I
scares
don't
me.
know how to. For example, Big Brother was like, Sarah Beth, please stop sleeping. And she's like, Jesus, Jesus, Big Brother, I'm not sleeping. Am I not allowed to just close my eyes? You said we couldn't sleep. You didn't say I can't close my eyes. Like yelling at the voice on the speaker on the feeds. So I'm like, where did this Sarah Beth come from? Or
Oh
kind
my
of the
god.
way how hard we saw her pushing for, yeah, a more edgy Sarah Beth, I would
I'm
say.
telling you, she's a Dexter. She's a female Dexter.
How's your drink going?
You know, I mean, she's smart. She can
Uh-huh.
dissect you,
Yep.
and she'll flip
And,
out.
and she's correct for wanting Hannah out, and
She's so correct.
it is 100% so stupid for Christian and Alyssa to send out Whitney this week. For their games, Whitney
Right.
should have never have been on the block this week. That was a horrible move. It is 100%. And it's like kudos to Tiffany, kudos to the cookout. Well, really kudos to Xavier, who really drove that, when Christian was having his King's meeting, obviously Xavier is there and he knows he gets a lot of credit for steering that target to Whitney. But
Right.
horrible for Christian and Alyssa's game, in my opinion.
Okay, so Christian should have nominated Hannah, and who else to better fit his game, do you think?
Any of the Jokers, Brittany, Derek.
Oh, could we handle another Brittany week with
I
a
wanted it, but
meltdown?
I'm a horrible person.
You are a horrible person. I don't know. I just couldn't take it. But you know what? Also, too, if it's better for your game, then you have to do it. I don't like hearing, she's already been up twice in her room. She's already a pawn. Who cares? She can't. At the
Yeah.
end of the day, unless you want to sit next to her, she needs to go. Everybody needs to go, except for the
Right.
person you think you can win against. Do you know what I mean? So, but he did nominate Whitney. I thought Alyssa, like I couldn't believe the thing that came out of her mouth. I was shocked. Why should we do the rest of the house
Yeah.
dirty work? I was
And
like, where have you been?
and
Where,
and here's the thing.
she's
I'm not
absolutely
gonna
right.
feel I'm not gonna feel bad for Christian and Alyssa when they get sent home. This was your chance to make the moves. You said the words out of your mouth. You just helped them. Because
Yeah,
you're aware that Whitney is doing nothing for is not coming for you. She
right.
is on an island. No one in the house likes her. She has no one to work with. She has done horrifically in every competition.
Yeah,
She
she's more
literally
concerned about her
is,
makeup and what she's
yeah.
wearing.
And that's who you're getting out. Great job, buddy.
Good
See you on the block
job.
next week.
That's your
See
boyfriend. Good
see you
job,
on the block.
boyfriend.
He should have, if he wanted to make a move. He honestly, I don't even think he should have went after the Jokers. I mean, he can't go after Kyland or Xavier because of the royal flush. So
Right.
really, I mean, and he wanted to take out a girl. He was most insistent
Mm-hmm.
upon it must be a girl. Uh, so yeah, I mean, I'm sorry if what would have been better for his game would have been Brittany and Whitney,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Brittany and Hannah.
Yeah, no, Brittany. Sorry, I meant Brittany and Hannah. Yes, Brittany and Hannah, not Whitney. Correct, correct, correct.
Right. Okay.
Or
I was like,
really, if he I mean, honestly, he has no relationship with I'm just protecting Azza, even in my fake head scenario.
but
So,
But still, I mean,
really.
he doesn't talk a whole lot with Ozza either. So Ozza would be like a Whitney. She wouldn't do anything if he nominated Ozza and Ozza went home
No,
this
that's
coming
my
week.
point. It
Right.
probably should have been Oz and Brittany because him and Hannah do have a relationship. Christian and Hannah have a relationship, and I do not believe that Hannah would have went after them. Hannah very much believes, and she's correct, that she could control Christian. That Christian is easily, as we've seen, Christian is easily manipulated. He is literally putting up a non threat to his game because it has been put in his head so much.
I'm finally seeing the attraction you have for him now.
Right.
Easily manipulated.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stupid. It's the way you gotta go. That is how you do it.
Gotta go
I mean,
into my bed. Okay.
but see, I also blame Alyssa because Alyssa said it too. What? What was
I'm
so
sorry,
funny
what?
about that? What was so funny about
You
Alyssa?
you blame Alyssa for what?
I blame Alyssa for not getting his head on straight either. She knew it. She is well aware that Whitney is not smart for either of their games, and she's let it happen as well.
Right. Absolutely.
So that's why I'm saying, like, I will not feel bad for them when they are targeted.
No, they're
You
definitely going to
had
be
the
targeted
chance.
next week. Now, I know that you kind of put out a tweet about Christian speech. We didn't hear a lot of that in this episode.
He blamed it on everyone, apparently. Like, what he said to Whitney, apparently, was after. I mean, in his speech, he supposedly said something like, people from every group had mentioned you were coming after us.
Right.
Now, Whitney went to him to talk to him privately, and he also told her that. And this is the point where I'm trying to figure out where there's like this, I don't want to call it a disconnect, but there's this weird feeling I have about this season, and I think I figured it out last night. We were doing, like, when we do the hangout shows, we talk about the feeds. I feel there is a lack of emotional investment in the game by certain people, meaning like a Whitney. Like, okay, so now we know she is on the block. We will see her be told everybody said that you were going after them, and it's not true.
Right.
And Whitney's just like, all right, well, that's unfortunate. Guess I'm going home. What does that mean? Call a house meeting. He's lying to you. Go call a house meeting and get everybody whipped up. Same thing with Derek. Big talking Derek that's gonna go after everyone if they mention his name. Well, they were just told that you're going after them. So and Alyssa told Derek F that, and Derek F is like, and you're not gonna tell me who? She's like, no. And he's like, all right, well, maybe next week you'll tell me. What the fuck is maybe next week you'll tell me? Maybe you'll go march your ass down there and have a house meeting. You know, like when it was entertaining, you know, like you ooey gooey cookies, Rachel, and I'm back, bitches, and Jeff and these people fighting. You know, like when people weren't just like, oh, well, that's the game. There's like a lack of emotional investment, I feel, this season in the game.
Are
For
we
me.
want? But we just got through talking about Ozza being emotional. Is it because they're not using their emotions, but maybe we're not seeing everything? They're trying to be a little bit more strategic instead of Whitney just flipping out, going house meeting, everybody. Instead of going, okay, I guess I'm going home. But she doesn't maybe think that way. She thinks, okay, you know what? I got a pretty good social game. Everyone loves my top. Maybe I can rally up some votes to stay, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's not gonna work, but she can try whatever she wants.
Right.
She can try whatever she wants. I think it's hysterical people who say they hated season 16 because of Derek and say they love this season. But Big Brother, myself included, fans, were all a bunch of hypocrites. Because it is exactly a non-eventful season of everybody being... Now, don't get me wrong, there's gaming... Their strategy, that's not what I'm saying. It's a very strategic season. There's almost too much gaming happening, but there's no, I feel, emotion behind it, because when somebody gets got, or this is it for someone, they're just like, okay, we saw it with Brent be like, oh, well, I just got blindsided. I would have done it too. Bye, guys. We see it with Derek F. We're watching it now with Whitney. These people are not, or it's not that they're not invested, it's just they are very good at separating game and personal.
Yeah.
And I always thought I wanted a season of extreme gamers and super fans. And I've come to realize, for me, I'm just talking for me. See, I'm here as our show. I'm over there. For me, I need the overly dramatic people. I need a Derek who follows through, a Derek F. I need the person who says, I'm going to flip out if someone comes for me, and then actually flip out.
So,
I just need some entertainment.
No, and I totally agree with you. I love some follow through. We heard Hannah's little speech tonight in the DR after being nominated. Also scares me as well.
Wait, who scares you?
Hannah in her speech about going after Christian and this and Alyssa. Yeah. Like that was like, that's when That's when I started shaking my martini. Now, as far as follow through, do we think Hannah's going to be our follow through on this cast?
What do you mean by follow through?
Well, Derek doesn't follow through. I'm going to flip out if somebody doesn't come clean. Is Hannah going to follow through on her threats? I'm going after Christian. I'm going after Alyssa. You guys, I've had you guys.
Well, but I mean, again, that to me is that is just her going along with the house. That's what the house decided. This house is such a strategic house. They're not even playing in the current week. It is literally why the episode started with them going, well, we know that Whitney's the target for this week, and Whitney's the target for this week, and Whitney's probably going home. We knew that on Saturday. And then we've just had 4 days of generic conversations where everyone says the same exact thing because we all know who's going
Sunday.
home.
So yesterday was Saturday. So we knew that Thursday, is what you're saying.
No. We've known it since the POV, and spoiler alert, no one's going to be saved. Christian won it. So the noms will most likely stay the same. Yeah. But so my point is, this week they're already working on next week, and it's looking like it'll be Christian and Alyssa next week if Alyssa does not win HOH. Now we know it's going to be an endurance comp. She'll have a good chance, but we'll see.
Well, I think too, you've got all all 4 members of the Kings intact. You in that team, you've got a showmance. They're the easiest target. They'd be the biggest one. It'd be the best one for your resume too, if you were able to split them up and get out a Christian next week. Yeah.
I don't think any of them are gonna go. Well, I don't know. I think they're going to be afraid of Christian winning the comps. However, I think most of them know they can control Christian. And if they got rid of Alyssa, they could probably weaponize Christian better.
Well, having them both on the block, you can get rid of Alyssa. Absolutely, because they can't save each other.
Right. 100%. And I mean, it could also go to Sarah Beth, because as we've seen on tonight, Sarah Beth has and we've seen it on the feeds, she's been so anti-Hannah, which the Cookout, which we all know is the real alliance controlling this game, they are not happy with Sarah Beth wanting to go for one of their people. So that might buy Christian and Alyssa another week, and they might go for Sarah Beth. But either way, I think next week we'll see a Sarah Beth, a Christian, and Alyssa on the block. And the teams are over next week. So
Oh, thank goodness.
thank God.
I mean, playing in teams, but do you think those alliances will
None,
stay with anyone?
which alliances? There's 9,000 alliances. The only alliance that matters is the cookout.
Well, I know that, but I mean, some people, you can take the teams away, but at the end, there's still a king, right?
Yeah,
So what I'm
well,
saying is, yeah, will people be playing in those team? And they kind of have been alliances among 100 other
yeah, it's
ones, but
alliances.
yeah, right.
I go back to the what I said on I think the other week, which is everyone is going to be super loyal to the alliance of the person who's the HOH. So if a king becomes in the HOH next week, yeah, even if the teams are over,
King.
they're going to be king
Yep.
strong. Or, I
Good
think they
job,
could bring
Joker.
back Slaughterhouse if they need to. Like, it'll be whoever is the HOH, that's going to be the stupid alliance that they're... The alliances are relevant this season, in my opinion. There are so many alliances. They
No.
literally make up an alliance every other day. It's so stupid. They don't need them. The
No.
cookout's the only one that matters.
Yep.
Because they have the numbers and they'll actually do it. In a way, their alliance
But the
means
Royal
something.
Flush has more people. How do they have the
Yeah,
number?
they have more people that won't even. But they have more people. Those people will turn on each other. Royal Flush
True.
is made up of cookout members. Sarah
Right.
Beth is in the cookout. She is Sarah
True.
Beth. Sarah Beth is in the Royal Flush along with Christian and Alyssa. We know that Xavier and other people are going to target Sarah Beth. So,
Yep.
no, the cookout always will control it. And we know
Yep.
they're going to stick together to the end. We know they are not going to turn on each other until they get to their 6. Whereas, of course, the Royal Flush will turn on each other. Of course, teams
Well,
will turn on each other.
absolutely. And I mean, yeah, now that I'm looking at it now on my cheat sheet from Big Brother Junkie, thank you, my
Mm-hmm.
alliance poster.
Mm-hmm.
No, getting out of Sarah Beth, they can't get out Claire, or Christian or Alyssa, will dwindle those numbers down and then split it up where half that alliance is cookout. Got it.
Yes, and yeah. And then once that happens, then like I
Yep.
said, I just want my Aza, who I love more than anything, to go far. I'm hoping she will. I get nervous on both ends. If she becomes a target before
That's
they make
scary.
it to the 6,
Hmm.
Aza is in trouble. If Aza can make it to the 6 with the cookout, I
Hmm.
think she's a lock to make it to the final 3 because I think they're getting rid of Tiffany first. I think first option that cookout has, Tiffany's gone. If other people don't take her out first, just because she can
Right.
say my plan got us here, who wouldn't award her the money?
Oh,
So
absolutely.
they're not gonna let her get anywhere near the final 2 at all, which
Oh, yeah.
sucks. But yeah,
So would you say at this point bringing Whitney to a final 2 who hasn't done anything would be smart?
I would bring Derek because you know
Or Derek? Yeah.
yeah. What is
Yeah.
Derek? And I mean, at least no,
Still have that
I don't know.
fangirl. Still have that fangirl.
I would say right now, Whitney and Derek, yes, probably are your 2 best bets to drag to final 2 if you want a
Yeah.
guaranteed win, because they
Right.
haven't won anything. They're not main voices behind any alliances. They have not been a catalyst for any moves. I don't know what would be on either of their resumes. I
Right.
mean, yes, Derek F can say, I'm in the cookout, but and what? That you haven't won or helped or
Right.
so I mean at
Haven't
this
followed through
point,
with anything.
Right. If I was in that house, I would be trying to drag Derek F and Whitney to final two at this
Hmm.
moment. I
Yeah.
definitely wouldn't be voting either of them out.
What about a Brittany? Would you drag her?
I would have made sure Brittany got evicted. Because again, I love Brittany. I think she's amazing. You she's very much a Nicole. And for those people that watched Hello Friends, this is not a secret. You're aware that I could only handle Nicole in short bursts of time. I couldn't imagine
Poor
living
Nicole.
with her. So that type of personality becomes very grating, and I would have to be like, oh no, we're done now. I
Do
love
you
you, and we're
do
going to
you
be great friends when we see each other an hour a day.
do you say those things about me too?
Well, we do only see each other an hour a day. Maybe it's me.
Maybe I should go hang out with Nicole.
Good. Um, I would love to see Brittany in the final. No, don't get me wrong. I really would love to see Brittany in the final two. I think
Yeah,
Brittany is a super sweet person.
absolutely.
Um, I just don't know what she's. I don't know what she's gonna say.
You can't.
She
Yeah, she's unpredictable, and you don't want that when you're in your kind of final two or whatever, right?
It's not only that, she doesn't at this moment right now, what could be on her resume? What can
That's what I
she
mean.
say makes her deserving of a win? And what's worse is what we all know, she doesn't even have anyone to work with to get to the end. Like there's no map for her to get to the end. All of the alliances are formed. She is not in a cook. She has nowhere to go. She's
So
not
then,
making
once
it
the
to the end.
teams are dissolved, the only alliance she's in is the Jokers.
And I mean, as we saw, Tiffany would put her on the block. Christian, once he gets rid of Whitney, God forbid him or Alyssa win
Gets
it,
rid of
are
Whitney.
they gonna then put Brittany on the block? I mean, we
Yeah,
are Brittany. I'm glad she got her 1 week off because get ready. I have a feeling she'll be used as a pawn a lot.
just get your pawn hat on, Brittany.
I don't blame her. I don't
I
blame
don't
her.
either. But you
I
know
feel
what?
like it was
When we look
yeah
at the alliance board, yeah, there's only one picture of her.
yeah yeah
Yeah.
good.
And no one's
I
really saying, "Hey, you're my final two." We're not seeing any or hearing any of that, right?
no. Mm-mm.
No, we're not.
Sorry, I got, there's very funny comments in chat that just totally distracted me.
Oh,
Um, I'll tell you after. It's not about you. That wasn't like a not about you, but it was about you. I really meant not about you. They were just funny Big Brother comments in chat. Um, Whitney said she is going to violate Xavier if she is not removed as the nom tomorrow. Violate?
I'm sorry. Wait, repeat that again. My shaker.
Yes, we all heard it. Whitney said she's going to violate Xavier if she is not removed as a nom tomorrow. I don't know what violate. What do we mean, like violate? Or do we mean like violate?
Violate.
Yeah, what are we? Oh, sexual. Okay, that's what we mean. All
Well,
right, well, I'm pretty sure if,
but
pretty
how
sure
about
if
we?
a Whitney comes up to you and tries to do anything, whether it be violate you, have a conversation with you, cook you a meal, I'm sure you could just pick up the nearest shiny object around you, throw it in a corner, and she would flail towards it. So I think it's probably easier to get her away from you.
Do you think that there is a chance Christian could change his nominations?
Zero.
Maybe listening to Alyssa more, saying, "You know what? I don't know why she's on it. Why are we doing everybody's dirty work? Let's switch them."
The only way it's happening is if the cookout decides they want it to happen and they enact a plan to get him to switch his vote, and they want Whitney gone, so it's not happening.
He's doing what
We
the
all
house
want
wants.
Whitney gone. We all want Whitney gone. It's the downfall. This will be the thing that Christian will look back at when he is at home and go, that was the moment. When he plays the woulda, coulda, shoulda game, this will be the moment that he goes, oh God, this game could have been so different. And not for nothing, he didn't trust his gut, because he even said, my gut doesn't tell me that Whitney's the smart choice, and you should have listened to it.
There you
That's
have
why I
it.
like your big, stupid, curly head. I love it. All right. So, I mean, spoilers, I already told you. We know that Christian ends up winning POV, and while the nomination ceremony is tomorrow, there's no chance, it seems, of him using it. That's all.
That's
Like I
it.
said, they're already playing for next week. They're already,
No, you
everyone's
hear it.
already
You hear it on the beats
strategizing
too. Mm-hmm.
for next week. For next
Yep.
week. I wonder if Whitney was told. Oh no, I'm not gonna read that. So who? Yeah. So who do you want of the Whitney and the Hannah to go?
Oh, I mean, I want to see Whitney go because I like Hannah and I want to see what more she's going to do.
Okay. Well, I don't think that anybody will disagree, but if anybody disagrees, you should leave it in the comments below. Let us know. Sound off on who you want to go this week. Of course, I am planning on being back tomorrow when the live feeds go down for the POV ceremony to catch up on the drama from the house today. And then, as always, John and I will be back Wednesday and Thursday immediately following the episode. And like I said, I am working on a Christine, Brent, and Travis joining
Oh,
us. So
so excited.
fun guests for this week, John Richardson.
Yay! I'm so excited.
Tell everyone where they can follow you on the social media, John.
Everywhere at Comedy Jonah.
And as always, you guys following, liking, subscribing, and sharing the shows are a great way to help support us. We love all your comments. We read them. We appreciate you guys following and supporting the shows. It's what keeps them going. And till the next show, and I'm sure I'll be live again later tonight. Until then,
Probably will.
we will see you guys all then. Bye for now, everybody. Bye, friends.